This is day one testing van life with our camper van hire in Australia. You'll see the cheap deal I got in Brisbane and how you can get it too. Plus our itinerary to the Sunshine Coast and all the beaches we stopped at. For some context, on this day we took a flight from Sydney back to Brisbane, essentially our home base. I wouldn't recommend that, but it worked out for us. Then we got cleaned up at the airport and made sure our outfits coordinated. We tried to find a printer and then was unsuccessful. Eventually made it to the campervan hire place in Brisbane, who didn't need our confirmation printed, and they already had my $90 Australian payment for the 5-day campervan rental, which is about $65 American. More details on the deal in the video. Just got the keys to our campervan. It's lit, it's lit, it's lit. We'll give you a tour later. Hello, we are in our campervan for the week. We are currently in Brisbane and we're going up to Cairns in it. And we just made a grocery run. We have a fridge in here, so we got some fruit and drinks that we can store in there. And I'm excited, but let's see. We already drove a little bit on the left, but we still got a lot more to go, so pray for us. I got the car parked. I got it parked. It's probably not that good, but it's parked. Also, look at this beach. We're taking a little break for my legs. Shelly is shooting a van tour for her friend right now, but I'm gonna walk a little bit because I've been sitting and driving and it's not fun. Or it's all right. My leg is kind of cramped in and I can't figure out how to use the cruise control. I press the button, but it still slows down, so we'll see. We're at Kings Beach in Caloundra. Honestly, I'm so amazed at the links surfers go to. Like, how did they get over there? Did they get it on these rocks? Or were they at the beach? Wow, that's so long. People fish here in Kings Beach. After this beach, on the way to the next beach, me and my sister kept hearing clashes and thuds in the back of the van. And we were arguing about what it was because she said it was just the portable camper table. But I was like, no way, because it was making continuously loud thuds. And then I turned around and the drawers weren't locked. Van life things. Next to Kings Beach is Shelly Beach. And we're here with Shelly. People can't really enter Australia right now, but if you're in Australia or Australian, these camper van options have been expiring, which makes me think they're not getting the services they need, and they're so cheap. So definitely look into them if you want to travel in Australia right now. We got our glasses on so we can see the road. Ooh, Shelly's driving. We drove up the east coast of the Australian state Queensland, which is honestly a very underrated state. It was about a 20-hour drive between Brisbane and Cairns, but decided to evenly distribute and drive longer during our fuller days versus today and the last day. Mooloolaba, we're getting closer. This is the River National Park, but we're on the way to the beach. Since the drives were long, we had to listen to our childhood music so we could stay awake while driving. And I'm talking like High School Musical, Hannah Montana, Big Time Rush. Love having a road to ourselves while we struggle to learn how to drive on the left side of the road. That ocean is like endless. What the heck? Where does it stop? We are at Mooloolaba Beach, which is on Sunshine Coast. It's one of the bigger beaches here. It looks like there are a lot of hotel or apartment style buildings around here, so you can stay here. Looks like people can just chill on the grass. We might do that for a sec to enjoy it. The official deal was $5 Australian per night for the first 4 nights, but we paid for an extra day so we didn't have to rush and honestly could enjoy the journey. It also required a deposit, but more on that later in the video. Here are places you can eat and chill and stuff. Some skyscrapers, mountains, beach, grass. Looking at this video, it's so crazy to think that I was just a university student from Texas that decided to rent a camper van and drive on the left side of the road in Australia. Who did I think I was? But honestly, I was living my best life, and I know you can too with the right resources that I share on my YouTube and blog. So make sure you subscribe so you can enjoy all the tips I'm bringing, even in 2020 situation. I'm just trying to find the toilet, but look at this. Listen to this. Shelly, you're in it. Welcome to our crib for the next week. I'm gonna give you a tour now that we're settled. Shout out to Brits for needing a relocation partner. And behind that is where we would drive. Well, you've seen that. This is where you would store your kitchenware and pots and stuff. This is our fridge. This way, we got some snacks and fruit, because I get hungry a lot. We have a microwave, but it only works when we have power, and we don't have power at this one. It's free, so I ain't complaining. That's the bed, or one of the beds. This wall is also a bed, but we're not using it because we want to use it to eat. And we got ramen because we broke, and Bundaberg because Australia. It's so hot in here. I am contemplating like not wearing a shirt, going to sleep almost naked, but we'll see. But I just read about Gympie, which is where we're in right now because we found a free campground here. And I'll link below the app that has been helping us find that if it continues to be useful. And Gympie is what they say. It has a nickname of the town that saved Queensland because it got out the state from bankruptcy whenever people discovered gold here. So I'm on land that had a lot of gold on it, so that's kind of cool. And something interesting about the place we just happened to be staying in because we couldn't get to Noosa Heads. Noosa Heads was highly recommended, but we couldn't make it because it took so much time at the car hire in Brisbane to get the van. I'll put all the information in the relevant blog posts below. And you're going to need a 1,000 Australian dollar deposit, which you should get back, but you might gain or lose some money with the exchange rate if you're a foreigner. It said that the deposit needed to be on a credit card, but I was able to use my debit card fine. Catch us in Bundaberg next week drinking our Bundaberg.